Home inspection contingencies can impact the rights and obligations of buyers and sellers. It's a complex topic, and to properly represent your clients, it's important to understand some critical details. So, let's explore a scenario. Let's say your buyer's purchase agreement is subject to an inspection contingency. After the inspection, you send an amendment to the seller's agent asking for a repair based on the inspector's findings. Immediately after that, the seller sends over a cancellation. Do your buyers have to sign it just because they asked for a repair the seller doesn't want to make? The answer? No. The Minnesota Realtors purchase agreement leaves the ultimate decision up to the buyer. The buyer has two options if the seller is not willing to renegotiate the terms of the original purchase agreement. They can, 1, cancel the agreement based on the inspection, or 2, proceed with the purchase agreement without repairs. The seller cannot demand cancellation simply because the buyers requested a repair. The seller, however, can refuse an amendment to the purchase agreement that requires repairs and force the buyers to choose whether to proceed or not without repairs. Of course, bear in mind that the seller can request a voluntary cancellation at any time, but the buyers don't have to sign a cancellation just because the seller requested it. Now, let's imagine the seller doesn't agree to make the repairs and the buyer does nothing further. What's the result? Well, if the buyer doesn't provide a notice of cancellation of purchase agreement before the end of the inspection period, then the contingency is removed and the buyer will have to purchase the property in the condition it was in at the time of entering into the purchase agreement. If the buyer doesn't want to purchase without repairs, the buyer must give written notice of cancellation by the end of the inspection period. Even if the buyer gets a verbal agreement from the seller's agent to extend the inspection period, a written amendment is still required for the extension to apply. This also applies to amendments for repairs. To be valid, all amendments must be in writing and signed by all of the parties by 11:59 p.m. on the last day of the inspection period.